I need some Barstools. I need some Barstools. They cost $14,000 each. I could not find Barstools anywhere that I liked. I tried searching online and all the websites, Google, Pinterest, and nothing really stood out to me. Nothing was interesting where it's like, oh, I haven't seen someone with Barstools like that before. Everything I seen was very much the same thing each single time. And I just did not want that. I wanted something that felt different and felt like, ooh, this is a unique piece. It's almost a piece of art, but it's also like, it's different. I wanted something different. I wanted to feel like Architecture Digest, you know, when they have things and you're like, why would you get that? That's what I wanted. And nothing was speaking to me. I kind of gave up on my search, and then finally I was on Instagram and I seen an image and they had one single image of someone home staging with Barstools and I couldn't, they didn't tag it, they wouldn't answer where it's from, and so I reverse Googled image searched it, couldn't find those exact ones, but I think I might have found the original, I think, or maybe it's a dupe of a dupe, I don't know, but it was $14,000 for one. And I was like, basically. What are those sounds? I don't know. Those are sounds of what the heck. Who knew Barstools could be that much? I mean, I knew it could be that much, but still, why do I have such expensive taste? And again, they're very controversial. I don't even know if you guys are gonna like them when you see them, but I love them. I decided I'm gonna make it for less. I gasped when I seen the price, and when I tried searching other people, like it was very hard because it's just one image. So I'd take that other image and try to search that image, and I found 3 different people, one for $14,000, one for $8,000, and I think the other one might have been $8,000 too, or was it $6,000 also? I don't remember, but they were all just up there for one Barstool, and I was like, I can't do that, but I can make it, because I looked at it, I'm like, it's a very simple frame. These are the Barstools in question that cost $14,000. They are very controversial because my grandmother said they look like a paper towel holder, and I've also heard that they look like the little arm things that you put your arms in to keep them warm back in the day that people had, like they would like little sleeves almost. And I do see what they're talking about. Personally, I still love them. These Barstools to me are beautiful, amazing, everything I've been looking for. And they're like an art piece, and they're a little different, and a little quirky. As you see with these Barstools, that they are a pretty simple frame. Like the structure of it is pretty basic, and I could have made them myself, but I'm on a time crunch because again, I have so many projects that I've been procrastinating to do. So I decided to go on the little internet, go on Facebook Marketplace, and see if I can find someone that has a simple frame Barstool. And it was very hard to find exactly the shape that I wanted because everything had a curve or a bend and like different waves in it and different pull, like it just wasn't working. And then finally, I seen someone that was so far away, but they were, for 3 of them, I got it for I think $30 or $40. If I have the listing, I'll pop it up here. But it was for all 3 of them, $30 or $40. And I was like, that, hello? I don't have to build them, I don't have to do anything with them. But the only problem is it had so much paint on it. I thought it was just a little chipping paint. No, there's so much paint that we will get into. But first, when I got the chairs, I realized these are ugly. These are so ugly, but they're perfect. They're perfect, perfect, perfect for what I need. But my main thing with these chairs is like, I know I can fix it. It's gonna take a lot of elbow grease and time, and maybe it would have saved me time just to build it from scratch, but we're here. I plan on sanding it down to whatever wood or veneer that's under here. I'm not really sure. I do see like wood peeking through, but I just don't know if it's natural wood or not. And then I'm going to cut 1 inch or 2 off of the base. We're going to reinforce it so it's not so squeaky. We're going to be replacing these seat cushions to these leather pleather fabric that I found on Amazon. And then we have to somehow pop this off because I'm going to make a rounded back with a foam roller. So it's very much trial and error with this chair. They weren't expensive, so I don't feel bad trying to make my dream chairs out of them, but the frame and the foundation is here. Now it's just me having to tweak it. So I fit, but like it is a bit of a squeeze to fit in here. I feel like I can put my hand here, but I do feel like 1 inch off would be better. And they are rocking quite a bit. I should have tested them out, but they were $40 for 3, so. This is where it hits on the bar, so it is quite tall. I feel like I should like cut 2 inches off or 1 inch at least. My thighs fit comfortably, but I think other people, if they're scooting in, it doesn't feel like a comfortable scoot. Like my legs fit fine underneath, but I feel like if I cut just a few inches off of the base, it will fit or feel a lot more comfortable sitting here. Doing great. I got sawdust. I just shouldn't do that. Goggles aren't down. But yeah, we're filthy. I'll show you how far I gotten. I'm kind of liking the natural wood. I thought I was gonna like stain it, but I'm actually liking the color of the natural wood. So if I can actually strip all this paint off, then I feel like I might keep the natural color. We need to cut these legs down. I had the chair to figure out how many inches need to come off. I think just to make sure, I'm gonna cut off 2 inches. I believe I need 4 inches off, but what I think I'm gonna do is cut off 2 inches and then cut off another 2 and then come back and sit. I did take off the backing of that one because it's just saving some time, because you have to drill these out and then take out the backing. And I think also I may stain these chairs. I really liked this light color, but I don't know if it's gonna match once everything's put together. Like I feel like dining table is, the floors in the living room, I feel like maybe keeping it dark to match everything, but we'll see, because I do like this with the gold in here, so I'm like sliding away slowly. So we're going to cut off at 4 inches, I think, total. Right now it is currently from the top of the seat to thing, it is 49.7 inches. I think countertop stools are 26 inches or something like that. I think it's 26 inches for a countertop stool, and these are 29. I also am worried that it might look awkward where the leg placements are gonna be down here, so I don't know if I'm gonna have to replace those, but I'm hoping I don't. I'm hoping just shaving them down will do the trick. And then we can get to sanding and reupholstering and changing the back out. First, cut down the size. It'll be the easiest part, is just cutting the size down. I need to get a new blade. This is literally burning and struggling to cut through. We're going to be using these foam rollers for the back. It's literally the perfect shape and size. I've seen 2 different options where the backing was touching completely, and then I seen one where they had the pull showing, and I'm like, you know what, we'll make the pull showing. I did buy an extra one to cut, and I was like, you know what, no. Make life easy, let's have the pull showing. And so this is the perfect size foam roller. I don't know what this is going to be used for, probably nothing, but I can stick my pole in between, wrap it up, stick it on. This is so great and amazing. It's gonna be so easy. I also bought this blanket, and we're going to be using it for the top portion of the chair. So we're gonna wrap that around and have it like a boucle looking. and that's gonna be sitting on top of the chair. It looks crazy right now, but trust the process. So basically what you want to do is weave in the fabric under over, so it's going to cause a ruching effect. So see how all the fabric's tight here? You want to keep doing that so that when you flip it over, it's going to be like this, and it's going to be able to close around the hole. So I finished all the cushions. I did the top part also. Everything is done. The next step is going to be staining. I'm going to buy new stain. I had these two, but I've had them for over a decade, and it said it only lasts 2 years after opening, and I've had these literally for a decade, but they don't sound bad. Maybe I can open it, I don't know. I didn't open it to check, but I have had them for a decade. I feel like they're probably not good. What they're looking like right now, I have tried sanding and sanding and sanding so many times, so I'm hoping using like a wood marker and some stain, and hopefully it covers up the blue. If not, it's just gonna add character, because at this point I'm losing the integrity of the wood by how much I am, like, it looks better before and I keep going over it to try to get it off, and it's just ruining it. So maybe if these like a brush thingy to get into it or whatever, but for now I'm okay with it. So I woke up bright and early. My voice probably sounds like it, and I probably look like it. So I want to get these chairs done. I bought some stain. We're going to stain them. But I'm kind of worried because I'm looking at them and I'm like, wait, do I like the light color? Do I just keep trying to work on taking off, or do I stain it? Because like, once you stain it, there's no going back. There's no going back. So we have the stain. I am kind of worried. I'm contemplating, do I do it? Do I do it? I think this is the closest to the floor color in my house. The moment I added the stain, you can see it all now because it's darker. Like with the light wood, it's hard to tell because the blue is light, but now you can see it all over. Like it just looks so sloppy, so messy, and it just does not look good. So I think I do have to sand it one more time to hopefully get it down. I don't know, but it's just not looking correct. Like this looks really gross and sloppy. Let's see the progression of where it started to where it is now, because I think it is an amazing transformation from when we first got it blue and then we sanded it down to the beautiful original color and to where it is now. I think it turned out beautifully. I love it. It's amazing. It's so much cheaper than the original one. I think I spent under 200 bucks to finish this whole thing, and I got 3 chairs out of it, so I think it turned out beautifully, and no one has this one. There's a lot of remakes out there, but this one here is mine. And so if you guys want to try it out, let me know. If you guys think it looks like a paper towel holder, let me know. I am very interested to see what your guys' thoughts on this. Let me know how you feel about it. It's a very polarizing chair, apparently, because some people absolutely love it and some people absolutely hate it, and I am actually interested to know, what are your thoughts on it? Do you like it? Because I love it. Anyways, I love you guys. I'll see you guys next time. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye, lovelies.
City of mine, how I love the city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine, how I love the city of mine. It never gets me down, yeah.
I was born in the city, I was raised on its edges. My pop work is life when it's complex. I found love in its center. If I could live here forever, think it'd be for the better. I love the weather, even though it's fog 24/7. I love the people, this is the city I met all my best friends. And I wanna thank every brick, I wanna thank every entrance to